केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
So it's official now. Vijay is going to be the next Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. The mother of all political thrillers unfolded in the state of Tamil Nadu. And if one were to describe Vijay's battle to form a government, despite a thumping mandate, it feels nothing short of a blockbuster suspense drama straight out of the silver screen. But as the saying goes, all's well that ends well. Vijay, after the support of allies, breaches the magic mark and is all set to be sworn in as Chief Minister tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. along with his ministers. But the road to majority was anything but easy. Despite emerging as the single largest party with 108 seats, Vijay faced a grueling 5-day stalemate. The math was simple, but the politics complex. He was stuck at 107 effective seats after vacating one of his 2-1 constituencies. The breakthrough finally came when the Congress brought their 5 seats to the table, followed by a high-stakes midnight negotiation with the left parties. However, it was only this evening that the deadlock truly shattered as the VCK and IUML officially handed over their letters of support, pushing the TVK-led alliance to a comfortable 120 seats. From a hung assembly to a clear mandate, the Thalapathy has finally passed his toughest political test.
Whatever I am doing, only for my son. Okay.
So what would be the moment, sir? How happy is the moment?
Tomorrow. I'm happy.
So some say that it's the people's pressure that left to this moment where everybody had to support Vijay. And what do you have to say to the people who supported Vijay and hoped that he would become the CM?
Finally, Tamil people have succeeded.
And how do you?
Through Vijay.
So what's your advice and to CM Vijay?
I will do everything for the Tamilians.
All right, let me go across to my colleagues. We have Pratibha, Imran and Somit joining us from the ground, from the field where all the action was just a short while back from outside the Lok Bhavan. Pratibha, we now know that there will be an oath-taking ceremony tomorrow, that's for sure. We also know that there are others who are taking oath with Vijay, and then on the 13th will be the floor test.
Yes, Swati, it's a truly historic day in Tamil Nadu after a lot of suspense with that masala of what's going to happen, what's not going to happen. The political thriller that has kept Tamil Nadu and the entire country really gripped for so many days finally comes to an end. Tomorrow, Vijay is all set to take oath as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu at 10 a.m. The biggest breaking that we brought for our viewers on Times Now. After several days of Vijay meeting the governor, holding several meetings with the allies, finally the update coming in and the confirmation that Vijay tomorrow by this time is going to be the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. A big change in Tamil Nadu, a break from the Dravidian party rule that we have seen over the past 5 decades, a generational change and a big moment in Tamil Nadu. Tomorrow Vijay will be the Chief Minister and the bigger questions of governance will come in as well. Getting us the information first on what the cabinet will look like was Somit, and of course Imran as well, getting us the information of the swearing-in ceremony confirmed at 10 a.m. Dharani, Kritika also getting all the critical inputs. First, Somit, tell us what the cabinet is going to look like. All of these architects of the TVK who have been with Vijay all along are going to be rewarded with some plum seats.
See, it's big, Pratibha, because one side, all the hurdles have been cleared, and Lok Bhavan, which actually was in the pathway, now Governor has given the nod. And like you were mentioning, we are the first channel to access the letter, and even our colleague Imran has accessed the video. And we have even accessed the information how Vijay's cabinet will look alike, and Vijay will be holding Chief Minister and Home Minister position. Sengotian will be holding PWD Ministry, and Nirma will be holding Power Ministry. Adavarjan will be holding Sports and Excise and Prohibition Ministry. Municipal Administration will be given to Anand, and the Commercial Tax Arun Raj will be taking both. So big details coming in. You have accessed the video, Imran. Can you just inform us about what exactly happened inside the Lok Bhavan?
Yes, we're all waiting to know how this was different from the previous few meetings. Tell us what happened.
Well, it's first we see that the governor said that he's not going to meet. He has engagement in Kerala. Then he invited. Then we saw that all the allies of TVK with him with the governor. The meeting went on for more than 1 hour and 40 minutes. All nitty-gritties was discussed in that. But what the governor has done is governor has asked him to prove the majority. That is a clinch. That they have to prove the majority on or before 13. He can go ahead and take the oath. Now again, it leaves a very suspense, because you've seen many times when you leave that room, then again the backroom politics will start. Hopefully it doesn't happen, because everybody wants this episode to end, because he has the largest number. There he has the mandate of the people. Allies have also come together. But you never know in politics.
Okay, you never know, Swati. That's the word. He's going to take oath tomorrow. In another 3 days, he will also have to prove majority after giving the evidence to the governor. Prove it in the floor of the House in the Assembly.
Absolutely, but I'm sure Pratibha, Imran, Soumit and our other colleagues on the field, want this to be over finally. You never know. Perhaps, that's something Imran, Pratibha and Soumit don't want to hear from you. But thank you very much for getting us all the updates. I want to quickly go across to our guests. Let me introduce our guests tonight. We're joined by Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We have Shekhar Iyer, Senior Journalist. Akashdeep Muni, Political Analyst. Harish Mohammad Ibrahim, also a Political Analyst. And Lata Srinivasan, a Senior Journalist. Thank you very much. Good evening to all of you. I want to first come to you, Mr. Muni. TVK se zyada, I believe the Congress Party is going to be happy.
Swati, first of all, the people of Tamil Nadu are happy. That's the big point. Parties come and parties go, but the people should stay. But I think Vijay's tenure would be very tumultuous. Why I say so? Keeping the record of BJP. BJP has started poking its nose. The governor, it has been seen nowhere. The largest party has not been invited to form government. How the governor can ask that through seats in front of me? It never happened in Maharashtra when BJP government came and BJP was outnumbered. It has one less seats than the halfway mark. Still the governor allowed. Same happened in Karnataka. But unfortunately, it is because it's Tamil Nadu, because of Tamil people who voted for a secular party. BJP will poke its nose, of course. They can do it in future also.
Are you still not sure?
I am sure that BJP will poke their nose.
Okay.
They will be sending ED, CBI, everybody to Vijay's doors. They'll stop centers. They'll stop all the bills through their governor. They will also stop central policies implementation.
Okay.
They'll stop the money to the states. This all will be happening, and we will be debating right here on time.
Okay. Okay. I thought you will say one step at a time. Let Vijay take oath first. Then we'll talk about the challenges that lie ahead. But I have to say this, Sanju Verma, whether it's West Bengal, whether it's Tamil Nadu, be it any room, BJP dominates the conversation. Yahan pe bhi, with just one MLA, VCK, left, Congress saying, you're the one calling the shots everywhere. Why are you doing this?
Swati, first and foremost, many congratulations to the incoming Chief Minister, Vijay. I hope nothing happens between now and 10 a.m. tomorrow, because, kabhi ha, kabhi na. This has been the sequence of events over the last 72 hours. I agree with Akashdeep Muni on the statement where he said that, yes, Vijay's tenure is likely to be tumultuous. Till there, I agree with what Mr. Muni said. After that, for Mr. Muni, it went all downhill. It went about BJP this, BJP that, governor this, governor that. I always corroborate my statements with hard facts. Let's make one thing very clear for the benefit of your audience. 2005, the governor was a man called Syed Raza. The state was Jharkhand. BJP had 30 seats. The nearest competitor to the BJP then, the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, had won 717 seats. But the BJP was not asked to stake a claim to form the government. It was the JAM which was asked to stake a claim to form the government because it could bunch up a majority. So there is no sacrosanct concept that if you are the single largest party, the governor is obliged to call you to form the government. There is no such concept of single largest party in the constitution. That phrase is missing. The second point, let's talk about 2013, where the BJP had 36 seats and was falling short of just 4 seats to have a majority. And in 2013, the BJP was not asked to come forward and take a shot at forming the government. So for anybody sitting here and saying, oh, you know, BJP ko to hamesha fayda hota hai, we could have formed the government in Jharkhand in 2005. Unfortunately, Shibu Soren became the chief minister. We could have formed the government in 2013. We did not. We all know it was Kejriwal and how Delhi went downhill thereafter. So please stop taking the moral high ground and lecturing the BJP. Please go back and educate yourself on constitutional propriety. But my final point is this. The final point is BJP ki baat alag rakhiye. The premise of Vijay has been, I don't want to get into an alliance with communal parties and BJP is communal. And look at the hypocrisy. BJP communal hai, but IUML secular hai? Wow. Then look at what he says. This is a vote for change. Fine, this is a vote for change, Swati. But VCK was also in bed with DMK. Okay. Congress was also in bed with DMK.
Yes.
CPI was also in bed with DMK. CPIM was also in bed with DMK. 4 parties which were in bed with DMK as part of a pre-poll alliance are now going to be joining TVK and Vijay. So how does that become?
Yes, they are offering support, but they are still part of the DMK alliance. That's what they are all saying. And, you know, we don't have a TVK supporter to defend the party on the panel, but I want the senior journalist to come in here on this particular criticism. But I want to begin with Lata Srinivasan. Today is also the moment to talk about Vijay's rise. First, of course, he entered people's homes. He became the Thalapathy. But, you know, this is not he's not an overnight phenomena. This transition from an actor to a politician, there has been a calibrated public outreach through those social welfare measures taken, on and off, coming out in support of a particular national party or a particular regional party. He's always been there.
Yeah, absolutely, Swati. You know, he's not somebody, like you said, who just rose to stardom and then, you know, jumped into politics. You know, it's taken him 30 years to become the superstar that he is. And he has the highest popularity in Tamil Nadu. You know, though Rajinikanth is very popular, I don't know if he could have ever pulled off what Vijay has done today. You know, debut elections and, of course, such a big mandate from the people, though he didn't get the majority, it is still huge for him to become the chief minister of Tamil Nadu today. And like you said, you know, rightly, it is a very calibrated move, because the last 10 years, if you see his movies, he was like a young romantic hero, then he became an action hero, and then he evolved into a hero who was like the savior, right? He started talking about women's issues, women's empowerment in his films. You know, he started talking about social issues and so on and so forth in his films. So he changed his image, you know, and also he started playing the father to a child, to a daughter. So there's a lot that went on in his cinema aligning with his political ambitions. And when he made his move 2 years ago, he was, as he rightly said, at the peak of his career. He had achieved everything he wanted to do in cinema. He was at the highest peak of popularity, and he knew that this was the right time to make his, debut in politics. And it was a very calculated move, because Edapadi and Edapadi Palaniswamy and M.K. Stalin were possibly, fighting their last elections before Udayanidhi and possibly Annamalai at some point, one doesn't know, ever could step in. So he was a fresh young face. He had everyone below the age of 30 behind him. He was a social media star. He knew how to use social media. So there's a lot going for him. So he's like the modern age film star who use social media effectively.
Right.
And he's become a phenomenon today, you know, as a politician, as a next chief minister of Tamil Nadu.
Shekhar Iyer, would you say you never know? Is that what you're going to say between today and the floor test?
No, I would say that. I would say that. Rather, I think it has been a difficult last 3 days. And we have to congratulate Vijay, because the mandate that was thrown up by the Tamil Nadu election was a kind. But the question that is coming to our mind, perhaps we would not like to say anything before he wins the vote of confidence, is this. See, this election was about a change. He himself led for the change. But is there a change? Because all the allies of the DMK are now allies of TVK. Did the people of Tamil Nadu vote for this? And not only that, look at, I mean, you have to go into details of the statement issued by Stalin, the DMK leader and the former chief minister of Tamil Nadu. That statement is very clear. That's the Congress went there by breaking the alliance and without, you know, any consultation with us. Whereas our allies, whether it is IUML, CPM, CPI and VCK, they had discussion with us and we sent them. And we sent them because we did what a governor's rule. We want to respect the mandate of the people. And also, the larger part of is, we want our programs to be continued. We want our social measures that we are taking to continue, which means also the promises that we made. So these people have not gone as Trojan horses. They're open horses.
Yes.
I mean, it's very, very clear that this is where the problem starts. Because it is not that these allies were free to go. Because the consultation you saw, VCK leader Thirumavalavan holding discussion last evening. Now, in between, I think, Swati, we'll have to also mention what has been in the whispers last few days. Normally, you know, we don't discuss whispers, but these are very strong things that have happened. Last 2 days or last 3 days, you know, definitely efforts were made to see that how Vijay can be prevented from taking office. And this was definitely initiated by people in the DMK, people in the AIDMK. At the same time, this appears, you know, very crazy. How can these two parties, such experienced parties, can do this? But there is a truth. Because there is a problem here, because in the internal meetings of DMK, we are told Udayanidhi Stalin strongly opposed, you know, Vijay taking over, no matter the mandate. He wanted some initiatives to be taken by the DMK.
It's interesting because Mr. Muni said all of this was being done by the BJP through the governor, that they were deliberately trying to delay. But you're saying that all attempts were made by AIDMK and DMK to ensure that Vijay, you know, does not become the chief minister or does not get this opportunity. I'll come back to you. I want a quick reaction from Harish on that. AIDMK and DMK were actually playing the game.
No, with due respect to Iyer sir, Mr. Iyer sir, I want to categorically deny that, because even on the second day, once the fracture mandate has been visible out there, our party leader, Mr. M.K. Stalin, have put out a statement saying that we wouldn't give any kind of disturbances for the incoming government, that is the TVK government, for next 6 months. And he also made sure to put out another statement calling upon the governor to make sure to call upon the first single party, which is TVK in this instance, to call upon for them the swearing-in ceremony. So I don't want to get into all those kind of media narratives.
No, so then why were you so upset with the Congress then? If your allies were free to do this and avert a crisis, then why were you so upset with Congress?
Congress party, you have, as a journalist, you can't throw away and go your job without informing your organization which built you, right? So the same applies to the political parties as well. When you are contesting a coalition, pre-poll alliance, and got 5 MLAs through that kind of coalition, even the DMK's vote is there. So, and you are being there for almost 22 years, when thick and thin, even when your own party members are not cadring you, not proclaiming you to be the Prime Minister candidate, the first Chief Minister from the South, and that too particularly Mr. M.K. Stalin, have made sure to uplift you like anything as his own brother. And you have an audacity to do this to him without even informing and breaking and going by taking the post-poll alliance mandate
because
to another
Congress
party
says
without
it's
any
not
kind
an
of
equal
consultation.
relationship.
That
It's
is
not
so
an
bizarre.
equal
That is so
relationship. If
bizarre.
the DMK decides to do something like that in 2013, 2014, the Congress party never objected to it. Before I take Mr. Muni's reaction, there's a video. There's a video that has been... One second. There's a video that has been put out by Mr. Girish Chodankar and featuring... in this video are Rahul Gandhi and Vijay. It's an AI-generated video, I believe. But Mr. Muni, do go ahead and respond. That's another talking point, this entire betraying episode, while DMK truly values the allies who are supporting the TVK now in forming government, while maintaining that they continue to be allies of DMK.
This particular alliance of Congress and TVK is an alliance which is done only to stop non-secular parties to come into Tamil Nadu's government. We have seen that how AIADMK was trying to form the government with Vijay. They tried, they failed. Second point is that regarding our DMK alliance, which is Congress's DMK alliance. Congress, Stalin ji and Rahul ji shares a different camaraderie altogether, and they had a call between each other. DMK will still be the part of India alliance, be it he is not in alliance with Congress and...
No, Mr. Muni, respond to Sanju's criticism. Respond to the point that Sanju made earlier. You are projecting this as a TVK and Congress alliance only, which is not the case.
See, the first party who has supported TVK in this particular venture was Congress. And TVK is a secular party and Congress supports it.
What about others? That's what Sanju has been asking. What about others? How does it change anything? You are, again, you're projecting this like a TVK Congress alliance. TVK plus Congress was not able to cross the majority mark.
Can I come in?
That's totally okay. There will be a number of smaller alliances. But it does not mean that they'll be becoming non-secular because they don't go with the BJP. BJP's narrative is that AIDMK was an alliance with them. So Congress went on to stop AIDMK to come into power. And
this definition of secularism keeps changing. Sanju wants to come in. Sanju.
You know, unfortunately, Mr. Muni is not making any sense. He's, usually very coherent. But today he's been caught in knots. I just want to say one thing. I remember Bachpan mein, there were quizzes when we used to be asked questions as kids. There were 4 options. Yes, no, maybe, none of the above. Yahan par, yes, no, maybe, none of the above. Yes, IUML wants to be a part of the alliance. Next, we hear IUML has taken out support. Then we hear Congress MLAs have been, taken away to some resort in Hyderabad. Then we hear that, CPI, CPIM MLAs are being taken away to a resort in Bengaluru. So let's get one thing absolutely clear. Is TVK's Vijay or Vijay's TVK the largest party? Yes. But is it a thumping mandate which is stable? No. The alliance is a hodgepodge. The alliance is patchy. The alliance kicks off on a very shaky note. And let's not forget one thing, Swati. As the national spokesperson of BJP, I have no qualms in saying yes. We only got 1 seat. We only managed 2.62% vote share. And I'm upset.
Okay.
But for Rahul Gandhi and the Congress to say, oh, we got 3% vote share. We have 5 seats. I mean, are you kidding yourself? The Congress party is rejoicing as if the mandate in Tamil Nadu is for the Congress. Whereas the mandate is neither for Congress, nor for VCK, nor for CPI, nor for CPIM, nor for IUML. So if Vijay is getting into an alliance with these parties who the voters don't trust, I think Vijay is starting off on a wrong note.
So then, my question is, I want to bring in Lata Srinivasan. Are we not used to Khichdi politics by now and Khichdi alliance by now?
Yeah, absolutely, Swati. I mean, I think, that's a given, especially in Tamil Nadu and in other states. But, one of the things I must agree with her is that the fact that, he swore Vijay's whole campaign was based on an anti-DMK stance. He wanted to vote them out of power, right? And today, the allies of the DMK are the ones who are actually supporting him to form the government. So that in itself is a major contradiction. And all of them, except for the Congress, have come in saying, we still with the DMK, but we will support him. So I think that's where there's a major contradiction and people are not able to understand how this, this setup is really going to work for TVK in the long run. Because if they are still with the DMK, who are his, enemy, political enemy, then how will he form the government and retain a stable government? So I think that's a huge contradiction. And like Mr. Iyer said, we don't know how that's going to play out in the long run.
How is it going to play out? More confusion, more complexities, Shekhar Iyer?
Yeah, you see, the Vijay's the big promise was he would bring to book all the culprits who indulged in corruption. See, among with other things, security of women, the other issues. And now you have somebody, I mean, your allies are those whose remote is held by Stalin. Will the DMK leadership allow these the new government headed by Vijay to go ahead and institute cases of corruption, investigate the projects, investigate the allegations, or set up a commission of inquiry? No, because the moment he does that, because I will tell you some internal discussions that have happened. The Udaynidhi Stalin, I mean, Ibrahim is very free to contradict it. My information is Udaynidhi Stalin made this itself a case that moment Vijay sits there, because of their personal rivalry, the first thing Vijay would do is target me. Then I am told that this concern was conveyed by Stalin to the left parties. And they were told, look, you are going there, we are sending you, but see that this doesn't happen. No vindictive action should take place. Number one. Number two is even more important. Now, see, all are talking of, I mean, everybody, even these parties who are going from this part of the alliance supporting, they are talking about protecting secularism. Now, secularism, communal fighting foul is a poor fig. Because, you see, that is not the issue. Because where is BJP's one seat, as Sanju conceded? What are they going to do? Nothing. Now, there is another development that is happening. There is a lot of ferment going on in ADMK. And we understand EPS may even step down to save the party being split. In which case, if that ADMK is ready to back, they are 47 in number, then what happens to this group? See, politics is about possibilities. If this is possible, and all these parties who are coming to Vijay, are they saying they support the Vijay in the agenda with which he sought the mandate? That is to fight corruption, to expose corruption.
Let's ask Mr. Harish Mohammed Ibrahim about that.
What is the query?
Did you not hear Mr. Shekhar Iyer? He's saying tomorrow if Vijay
Swati?
talks about acting against corrupt people, will DMK support that, or will the allies support and make it even more complex for Vijay? Because he says the shots are ultimately being called by the DMK.
No, that is what all the media people here back in Tamil Nadu also says that. But having said that, whatever the new government want to go ahead and search the books of the previous government, everything will be on clean. If there is any discrepancies, then the law will take its own course and the DMK will face that. There is no hunky-dory game over here. Having said that, whether Mr. Vijay, who has been there getting all this mandate from the DMK's post-poll alliance, have any decency to call upon the chief minister or to ask for his approval? No, he hasn't done. Even to all the people whom he has seeked for this majority, those people, the first thing was sent through a WhatsApp. How come people, the same thing, he was doing the campaign from Panayur, his estate bungalow, and he was not even been there with the people of Tamil Nadu for not even once in his lifetime. And how come this kind of scam has happened is what
that is settled now. Given the mandate, his party is the single largest party. So I don't think we should once again get into the debate of how much he did and whether or not that has actually translated into votes. But let me ask you this question: if he extends an invitation to MK Stalin to attend the oath-taking ceremony, will MK Stalin share the stage with Rahul Gandhi?
That's an interesting question.
Tell me, sir.
So that he has to decide upon. But as Madam Kanimoli have written to Mr. Om Birla,
that was my next question, because you don't want to sit with them. You don't want to sit with them in Parliament. So will MK Stalin be really comfortable?
We don't know. Maybe next 2-3 chairs.
Okay.
No, as of now, this kind of political indecency doesn't even allowed in DMK at any given point of time, is what the MK Stalin and all the people in the DMK want to rephrase once again to all the congressmen out there. Such an indecent proposal shouldn't be done anywhere, because whatever the BJP does to the other state, the Congress has done to Tamil Nadu as well. So it has to be reprimanded. These kind of preposterous move should be called for, uncalled for, and it is not anything which the DMK faced for its on a pre-poll alliance. That is totally, it's a mandate has been stolen from the DMK and given to TVK, which paved the way for the next other contenders to come inside. If the Congress didn't do that,
from West Bengal to Tamil Nadu, the narrative is mandate stolen. How was the mandate stolen in Tamil Nadu? How was the mandate stolen?
Of course, the people's mandate, the pre-poll alliance is with the DMK, and the people's vote have been transformed as a 5 seats to the Congress.
But 1 second, that's what the Congress's defense has been. The DMK is talking as if it got majority of the seats, as if it was the single largest party, and then we betrayed them and we crossed over and supported TVK in forming the government.
Swati?
Okay, just after this,
it doesn't matter whether the winning and losing is always Swati, winning and losing is always part and parcel of an electoral politics on a functional democracy. We don't have any second thought about it. But you have a basic decency and a courtesy to inform the pre-poll alliance, the leader, Mr. MK Stalin, in this fact, to have a consensus to like how the VCK did, how the CPI, CPM and the IUML did. That is the basic decency which the Congress didn't do it.
Okay, now my next question is going to be on the fate of INDI. But before I go there, Sanju Verma wants to come in.
You know, Swati, I remember, Harish Ibrahim on a lighter note kept talking about the word indecent proposal. I can only go back to that 1993 movie of Demi Moore, which was a hit then. But coming back to the more serious stuff, I just want to say one thing. Was the Tamil Nadu mandate a clear rejection of DMK? Yes, yes, yes. Was it a clear rejection of MK Stalin? Yes, yes, yes. Imagine losing from your own bastion, and that to a newbie like V.S. Babu of TVK. So let's not fool ourselves. DMK has been rejected fair and square. Point number 1, whether, TVK will last, whether Vijay will be able to prove a majority, that is something that we will see unfolding over the next couple of days. Is Vijay's alliance an unholy one? Is it an opportunistic one? Yes, yes, yes. But I want to speak on the point that nobody seems to be talking about. Swati, don't forget, out of 7.5 crore population in Tamil Nadu, Hindus are 6.3 crore, Christians are 44 lakh, Muslims are 42 lakh, and then you have other smaller regional ethnic groupings that come into play. What am I trying to prove here? What I'm trying to say is, look at Bengal, look at Assam. The message is clear. You can be pro-Muslim if you want to be, but you cannot get a decisive mandate by being anti-Hindu.
Okay.
And I hope Vijay does not go the Stalin path. Vijay does not go the Udyanidhi Stalin path. Udyanidhi Stalin said Hindus are equal to dengue, malaria, rabies.
Yes.
6.3
But the fact that he chose to go to a temple, a mosque and a church on the same day, I don't think he is going to choose that path. Let me, since last 5 minutes are left, let me accommodate everyone's view, starting with Mr. Muni. Go ahead.
Swati ji, I totally disagree with both the senior journalists on your panel. You asked them that, is it a Khichdi alliance? Of course it's a Khichdi alliance. It hasn't happened earlier. Of course it has happened. TDP and JDU both said not only secular, but what not they have said about Narendra Modi ji. What not? I cannot repeat it on a live television. फिर भी इनको लगता है कि नहीं ये नई बार हो रही है, ये पॉलिटिक्स में नया हो रहा है कुछ. Come on, open your brains. and the other senior journalist who was talking about.
It's okay. There's no need to resort to such comments. No, I'm allowing you to finish your point. There's no need to get so personal and say open your brains or whatever. Please, it's okay. They have their views. You have your views. Just counter.
I'm countering.
Yes, in a decent language, please. Decent manner, please.
Decent. This is totally parliamentary. And listen to me. The point that others were making, कि BJP has only one seat. They'll do nothing. Oh, come on. Don't you know how it happens? Punjab में कितने सीट थे बीजेपी के? पंजाब में क्या कर रहे हैं बीजेपी वाले? ईडी का रेट्स कौन डलवा रहा है वहां पे? और उसके बाद जब एमपी शिफ्ट कर जाता है बीजेपी को, तो ईडी के रेट्स किसके यहाँ पे रुक जाते हैं?
Okay. Sanju,
अरेस्ट कर लिया
just a couple of seconds. I have to go across to both senior journalists as well.
This happens in many states. If they don't know, I want to educate them.
Okay, Sanju.
You know, I'm appalled, amused at what Akashdeep Muni has to say. He went into an abusive rant. I won't dignify him. He does not deserve that importance. But your audience needs to know. Please don't equate BJP with Congress. BJP has won 7 out of the 11 state elections post-June 2024 with a strike rate of more than 64%. In Maharashtra alone, we had a strike rate of 91%. BJP has got more than a 2/3 majority in Assam. Congress की धज्जियां उड़ गई.
Okay.
BJP-led government has been formed for the first time in Bengal in post-independent India. Congress की धज्जियां उड़ गई. Your Rahul Baba is close to having 100 losses under his belt. So please stop lecturing the BJP. Have some decency.
Okay.
Don't keep talking about indecent proposal. Learn some introspection.
All right. Lata Srinivasan, perhaps, there's a message there for the voters also. When there's a fractured mandate, all sorts of things happen where people forget about holy and unholy alliances. Maybe, from here on in the next assembly elections that take place, people should be careful about that.
Yeah, so I just want to make a couple of quick points.
Yes.
The Congress, in fact, has got 5 MLAs and could, is supposedly being given 2 ministries, and it's part of the government after decades. Okay, number one. But again, they just have 5 MLAs. The BJP, of course, just was able to win 1, and the vote percentage has also gone down. So neither of these 2 parties are doing well in Tamil Nadu at the moment. Okay, it's always been a battle between the Dravidian parties. Now, what TVK and Vijay have managed to do is break the duopoly, which is really huge.
Yes.
Neither the BJP nor the Congress have been able to do that. So we have to make that very clear. Now that Vijay has become the CM, the chief minister technically, and has to prove himself on the floor test, an opportunity is going to be given by the people of Tamil Nadu to ensure that, he's able to rule. Of course, he didn't get a thumping majority. He got 108 because there were people who were skeptical because they were not too sure about him. But he did manage to decimate the ADMK and the DMK. So right now he has the people's mandate and he is coming the
He has people's mandate, not majority people's mandate. He certainly has, Shekhar Iyer. Just a couple of seconds I can give you before I wrap up. Are we expecting too much because he's Vijay, Thalapathy, the superstar?
No, it's not that. I mean, we are only looking at the difficulties being faced by Vijay or going to be faced. And one thing, Governor has helped Vijay by getting them to procure the letters of support. See, that's a big help Governor Arlekar has done to Vijay. And I'm sure today when we saw the first shots of the meetings in the Lok Bhavan, it was very cordial. And I can see the kind of chemistry between Governor Arlekar and Vijay. That is one. And number 2, Swati, just 1 second. Today I entirely sympathize with Stalin. He campaigned for all these 13 members, these 13 seats that Vijay is getting is on the basis of his campaign, including Congress 5.
Absolutely.
It is another matter. He has permitted, he has given permission to them, but not to the Congress. But this is the biggest contradiction of this alliance.
Absolutely. He's called Congress the backstabber, and he is encouraging other parties to go ahead and support so that there's stability in the state of Tamil Nadu. And you're the second person, in fact, after Mr. Gurumurthy, to tell me today that the governor has helped Vijay in getting those numbers on paper. Sanju Verma, Lata Srinivasan, and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast.